Linking your bank is one of the biggest time-saving feature in QuickBooks Online, I would say, as the bank statement information is a really fundamental part of your business books. And by doing this, it automates much of your bookkeeping because the bank pushes the transactions into your QuickBooks so you can easily track your income and expenses and also reconcile your account. So I'm going to walk you through why to link your bank, how to link it, also what date to connect from. For those of you that are just starting out in QuickBooks, this is quite a key part to make sure we've got all the data we need to have some complete books at the year end. And then what do you do if your bank can't be linked? So why link your bank? As I mentioned, bank data flows directly into QuickBooks, ready to use. Your bank is pushing the information, all your transactions, and think of it as a read-only bank statement. So the bank's pushing this your bank statement with all the transactions into QuickBooks, and it's going to save time because you won't have to manually type that bank statement up, and it's going to reduce errors because you don't have to type in those numbers into the system. And you're going to have up-to-date books because you won't have to keep downloading information. It will link straight to QuickBooks, and you'll have some real-time view of your cash flow. So really would recommend linking your bank. So I'm going to show you how to do that now. So I'm going to go to transactions and then bank transactions. So I have actually already imported some. So my screen looks a little different if you're a first-time user, but some of you might just be seeing this screen to start with. So you can connect your bank just by clicking on this green button, and I'll join you in that process when I click the link account in the top right-hand corner. So here, we're going to be choosing the bank that we use for our online banking. So we do actually need online banking, just to make you aware of that. So you can choose the tile here for your relevant bank, or you can type it in the list if it's not coming up. So make sure you choose the right one which you log into for your online banking. And then there's 3 steps to connect your account. So we're going to ask for consent to share the bank transactions with QuickBooks. Then it will take you to the NatWest or whatever bank you're connecting to authorize the connections. You'll put in your username and login details for your bank, and then you'll come back to QuickBooks to do the final little bit of setup. So it is a read-only link, and it has got the same bank, credentials to get that set up. You can't make any payments. It is just a read-only link. So there's nothing to worry about for that one. So once you click on Let's Go, you'll see the data that's going to be pulled in. Once you agree to that, it will take you to the NatWest account to sign in, where you can use your normal login details. I can't go any further because this is a demo file, but what I can do is when you come into the next screen, you'll choose the banks that you want to connect. So on the left, you'll see all your NatWest accounts there. And then you want to map it to the account in QuickBooks. And remember when we were on the chart of accounts screen, we created that business bank account. So that is the account that you want to link. If you're bringing in your savings account, you'd have your savings bank account linked there. All right, so you just need to map it. And then think about the date that you want to pull the transactions in from. So I've got a little example here. So if we're new to QuickBooks, in our example, our year start is the 1st of April, isn't it? We did that in the chart of accounts, but we're starting to use QuickBooks in September. And some banks are really good. They could bring in 12 months of data, but some are a little bit more restricted. So you could maybe only bring in 90 days. So that's going to take us back. So if we're here on the 2nd of September, we could go back 90 days. We could bring in all of that data electronically using that linking account back to the 2nd of June. But we're going to be missing some data from the 1st of April to the 2nd of June. So we'll need to import that. If I give you a different example of the one where you can bring in 12 months of data, that's actually going to be too much because we don't need it all from the 2nd of September 2024. We only need it from the 1st of April. So if that's the case, you need to make sure you put your year start date as the date you want to bring in the data. Otherwise, you're going to be duplicating. You've already done your accounts for the prior year. So you want to bring it in from the 1st of April. So hopefully that diagram is clear. So we're going to have a look now at how to import. So for those of you that can't connect your bank, or where you've got a missing section of data because your bank doesn't go back far enough, we're going to look at how to link that, bring that in now. Okay, so instead of clicking link account, we're going to click the down arrow and click upload from file. So we need to actually download the transactions from our bank. So when we actually log in, you're able to download a lot more transactions than you can potentially link to QuickBooks. So once you log in, then you can export your bank statement to a CSV file. So any of these options here, any of these formats, CSV file one is that one that I use the most. And then we're going to upload that into QuickBooks. So we're going to select the file. So there's my bank from April to June, that missing chunk. I'm going to click on continue. And then this is like the screenshot we saw earlier. So I've got my business bank. I want to upload it to that bank account, that same one. I'm going to click on continue. And then this is looking at how we're going to map my data file to QuickBooks. And it might just help if I show you my file. So this is my file I've downloaded from my bank account. It's got headers across the top here, got my dates, and I've got my money out in my debit column. So, and then we've got my money in on my credit column. So that's going to be relevant when we come to map it now. So I can say that my first row in my file is a header. Yes, it is. I've got my amounts in 2 columns, not 1 column with a minus for all of the money out transactions. They're actually in 2 columns. And then the date format in my file is the day, month, year with slashes. Really important you get that one to agree with what the file says. And then looking at the other fields. So it's recognized that date is in the column 1, date. Description is in the details. And then money received is in my credit column. Money spent is in my debit column. Click on continue. Then we get the option to choose which transactions we want to bring in. Now I said I wanted to bring it in from the 1st of April, didn't I? And I can actually spot that I've got some March transactions here. So I'm going to click the select all button there, but I'm actually going to untick those first 3 because I don't want any of March. And let's just check down the bottom. What date does it go up to? 1st of June. Perfect. So I know that my bank linked from the 2nd of June. So that's all sorted with the linking, but I need to import up to the 1st of June. Click on continue. It's going to import all of those transactions. So import complete.